Hey guys, welcome to Project Metal Music's YouTube channel with your host, Elion. And we are here with Thomas Carlsen. Welcome, Thomas.
Thank you, El. I'm Thomas Carlsen from the heavy metal project Transmission, my solo project, which is rooted in 80s style heavy metal and hard rock. And I'm currently signed to RFL Records, and I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for having me, El.
You're most welcome. So let's get into some questions. So, what were you listening to when you were like a kid?
Oh, where to begin? I mean, early on, when I was just a little kid, I'd listen to whatever my dad was playing back at home. And my first musical memories are like Iron Maiden, Somewhere in Time, Killers, Judas Priest. You know the old videotape Live Vengeance from '82.
Yeah.
Used to watch that a lot as a kid. Made in England, and Rock in Rio when that came out when I was like 4 years old. Used to watch that a lot. So that's like my first memory of music. Really fond memories. Live at the Rainbow, all that stuff. My earliest memories of music. And when I started to develop my own music taste, obviously played a lot of Maiden and Priest, Ozzy Osbourne, and I started to get into some 70s prog bands as well, like Kansas, Rush. There's a Canadian band called Saga, which I love. Maybe you heard of them?
Yeah.
And I think all of that combined has shaped the way that I write my own music. And I think you can hear some of those influences quite clearly. And I'm exploring those influences even more in the stuff that I'm writing now, which is, we'll talk about that later, but I'm writing stuff all the time. And I think those influences are quite clear in the new stuff I'm writing as well.
Cool. So, you mentioned something about getting your musical interest from your father, but who else got you into music?
Yeah, you're completely right. My dad, he was a teenager in the 80s, and sorry, Dad, I love you, but you're a huge nerd, and you probably were a nerd in the 80s as well. So he has all those LPs and CDs and VHS tapes, which I had access to throughout my upbringing. So I was super lucky, of course. And I think I was destined to become a metal fan because of that. And he'd play all that type of stuff to me when I was a kid. Prog metal, heavy metal, prog rock, obscure stuff, and some weird stuff as well. So yeah, and I think that's like my main influence. And yeah, he was the one who got me into music for sure, because I'd like be surrounded by music back at home when I was growing up. So
yeah, cool. So, who inspired you to become a musician? Was it like somebody from Iron Maiden, or was it somebody from Judas Priest, or was it something or somebody completely different?
I mean, every kid who's into rock and metal wants to be a rock star and stuff and become a musician. But I think I had some guitar idols when I was little. Mainly, Eddie Smith from Iron Maiden, Dave Murray, of course. Jake E. Lee from Ozzy Osbourne was a huge influence on me. Then I started getting into some bands where only one guy does the writing. Stuff like there's a prog metal band called Arion by a guy named Arjen Lucassen, a Dutch guy. And you also have Magnus Carlsen, a Swedish guy who's in the band Primal Fear. And he has a solo project as well. He writes everything. I don't think he plays the drums, but he writes all the stuff, and he hires people to like fill in the roles. And also there's an old obscure rock band called Planet P Project by Tony Carey, and he wrote these crazy metal operas by himself. So I was really inspired by that. I just realized I can actually write everything myself if I learn how to play everything. And I would try to do that sort of thing. So that's kind of what inspired me to become a musician myself and to release my own music, was to see that it's possible to do everything yourself, if you have the talent, supposedly.
Yeah, and the drive.
Yeah, the drive, definitely. You need to have the drive and the passion.
Yeah. So, were you in any bands before you started the project Transmission?
I mean, I grew up in a tiny Norwegian town in the 2000s. So first of all, there weren't many able musicians around, and few of them were into the music that I was, 80s style heavy metal in the 2000s. There was no one around to be playing that stuff with. So I used to go to jam around a bit with a buddy of mine, but I didn't, amount to anything serious. But I guess I just realized that I was going to have to do stuff myself, except sing, which I hire people to do. But I do sing guide vocals for Transmission. But I just realized that I'm going to have to play stuff myself if I'm going to make a band or a heavy metal project.
Yeah.
Or move to a bigger city.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a band.
Yeah. So before we get into more questions, we have Aaron, and he says, when it comes up, hi from Norway.
Hi, Aaron. He's an
Hi,
old buddy
Aaron.
of
How you
mine.
doing?
Thanks for watching.
And then we got Dangerous Doug Franklin has come in. Hey, and the Norwegian Nightmare, Thomas Carlsen, RFL Lucy, brother.
Norwegian Nightmare, that's a great nickname. Norwegian Nightmare, thank you.
Yeah, cheese to Danger. So, yeah. Right. So, you've recently, I think it was about a couple of months ago, released the Redemption EP.
Back in August.
Yeah. So could you tell us a little bit about that? What you've been up to with how you came about with that EP?
Yeah, I had a bunch of old riffs laying around. And I just started sort of to compile everything into finished tracks. And I decided I was going to do an EP. Get my music out there, see if anyone likes it. So I released that back in August of 21. And as far as what I've been up to, I signed a record deal with RFL Records a month ago, back in February. And they wanted to reissue my debut EP, which I released independently. So they wanted to reissue Redemption. So I've been writing and recording a bonus track for that, which I think turned out great, if I do say so myself. The reissue is out May 13th, and you should be able to pre-order that pretty soon. So that's going to be on RFL. That's my first release on RFL Records.
Yeah. So where can you find? Where can people find the reissue of the Redemption EP with the bonus track?
They can not right now, but pretty soon they're gonna be able to pre-order it from RFL Records channels. Yeah. So I think it's gonna be on Amazon, I think, and it's gonna have worldwide distribution this time, and a beautiful jewel case with a CD and booklet and stuff. It's gonna be awesome. I'm really excited about that. So we're gonna be promoting it like crazy. So I've been writing for my full-length album as well. That's due later this year on RFL Records. Hopefully later this year, and I'm writing as much as I can. Actually, I was in the studio right before talking to you right now, working on a demo, which I'm quite confident in. So I'm just constantly writing, recording stuff, and recording riffs on my phone to save for later. So yeah, let's just see how this goes and where it goes.
Good friend Dangerous Doug has said. He says, "People like it. Trust me." So he knows what he's talking about there. Our Dangerous Doug. And
I trust him. I trust him.
Yeah, same here.
I like that he's using caps lock. It's like he's standing in a crowd screaming, "Oh!"
Yeah, that's how dangerous. That's who he says. And Sebastian, he says, "I'm really looking forward to the release."
Oh, cheers, Sebastian! I really appreciate that.
And Dangerous has said, May 13th, the Norwegian Nightmare is coming your way. Be ready.
Oh yeah, let's do this. May 13th on RFL Records.
Yeah, and Dangerous has asked, can you tell us about the bonus track?
Oh, I'm not gonna reveal too much right now, but what I can say is that it's written, it's recorded, it's mixed, it's mastered. It has a killer vocalist, and I can reveal it is not Marius Danielsen who sings on my EP. It's another vocalist, a great vocalist. It's an upbeat, fast-paced rocker, about 3.5 minutes long, and it has a lot of power, a lot of drive. It's a fast one. It has a lot of leads. I'm really confident in the track. I can't wait to release it and hear what everyone has to say. It's the first piece of new music since I released the EP back in August, so I'm really excited to be doing this.
Cool. So you mentioned earlier on that you are writing. So I started to write new material for an upcoming album later on in the year. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, for the EP, I had like 9 demos, I think 9 or 10 demos, and a whole lot more ideas. And 4 of them ended up on the EP. It was 4 original tracks, and I did a cover of Iron Maiden's Still Life. So obviously, I have like half an album's worth of material, or that's just left over from the Redemption sessions.
Yeah.
Which I'm thinking of reworking and using some of the stuff, of course, on the full length. And I'm also coming up with new stuff every day, just jamming out and seeing what comes out of it. So today, like I said, I'm working on a new demo, and I have a whole bunch of more of these laying around. So yeah, writing all the time. It's sounding good, sounding confident. I've invested in some new equipment for the studio as well, so it's gonna be bigger and better than the EP. Let me tell you, it's gonna be awesome. So I'm really excited to be doing this, and of course, I'm so excited to be doing this on a label as well, because my EP was released independently initially. So this is gonna have a label push. It's gonna have global PR and distribution. So it's gonna be a lot better this time. So I can't wait. It's awesome.
Yeah, cool. So how many? So with this album, how many tracks are you planning on putting onto it?
I think like maybe 10 or 12. That's what's normal these days. I think maybe 10 or 12 tracks, but it's gonna be around 15 minutes. I think that's like what people usually go for. 15 minutes worth of music, 10 or 12 tracks. Let's see how it turns out. It's gonna have some longer tracks as well, so maybe 10, maybe 9, who knows. It's gonna have more than 5 like the EP. Let me tell you, it's a full length, so it has to have more music.
Yeah. So, Dangerous Doug has posted in the chat. He says, "Can't wait to hear it, Thomas. I'll shut up now, well." But like I said, I keep saying to people in the chat, if you've got any questions, keep on asking them. So, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Doug, you don't have to shut up. Just keep screaming. I love it.
And he follows on and he says, "Be careful what you wish for, Al." I was like, come on. I want people in the chat to interact with us. So it makes the stream that little bit more fun, so to speak.
Yeah, to everyone watching, if you have any questions and stuff, just ask. I will try to answer as good as I can.
Yeah. What Thomas said, and Doug has also said, when it comes up, are you still selling your original pressings?
Yeah, give me a sec. Let's see here. I have. This is the reflection's bad. This is the limited edition first press of Redemption, my EP. It has 5 tracks, and I released it independently back in August of 21. I have 17, I think, 17 copies left, and this will not be printed again. The reissue is gonna have a bonus track as well, so you gotta send me a message to claim one before they sell out. It's a limited pressing of 100, so here it is. I'm still selling them, to answer your question, Doug.
Yeah.
And yours is on the way in the mail. I sent it this week.
Yeah. Yes, Doug. Thank you for that. Please share this video out, and so more people can get involved. So yeah. Oh, Aaron has asked. Which software do you use for mixing and composing?
When I'm recording my stuff, I use Cubase. I think it's Cubase 10.5. And I do like only a rough mix. Back in my studio, I do a rough mix of the stuff so I can listen back to it myself. And actually, the proper mix, if you will, is done or has been done up until now by Marius Danielsen, who sings on the EP. He has mixed and mastered the stuff that I've done so far. He's also mixed and mastered the bonus track that's going to be on the Redemption reissue. So I use Cubase myself. I think Marius uses Cubase, which I like a lot. It's a really good software for composing, mixing, mastering, everything, even orchestration. It's very versatile.
Cool. And Doug is saying, thank you, Thomas, for the EP. Yeah, sending over the EP.
Thank you, Doug.
So, right, when it comes up, Aaron asks another question. How do you prefer it compared to F1 or FI Studio?
I don't think it's on the screen. To FL Studio. Actually, I can't really answer that question because I haven't actually tried FL Studio. I think I have FL Studio on an old computer, but I didn't really get to know it or master it. So I can't really answer that. But I really like Cubase, I can tell you that.
Yeah. So when you get the new albums all recorded, mixed, mastered, and released, would you be coming? Would you be doing a tour?
With Transmission being a solo project, it's kind of hard to go on tour. I do have a full-time job apart from doing music, so it's kind of hard to be able to go on a tour. But I've had a few guys reach out to me to offer their services, local guys. So I definitely hope to do some live shows locally to begin with.
Yeah.
And I really hope I could do a live show sometime. It would be a lot of fun to play the stuff live and to see the audience reaction.
Yeah, I would love to for you to come over to the UK and actually do sort of like a tour type of thing. So
I'd love to do that sometime.
Yeah. So Aaron said thank you for the answer about the FL Studio.
Thank you for the question, Aaron.
So
if there's anything more, just keep asking.
I'd love to see you live stream of you playing this EP, says Doug. Wrong one. Here we go.
That's actually, I've been thinking about doing that sometime. Just doing like a really stripped down, like only me playing guitar along to the tracks or something, just to do like a little performance on a live stream. I'd love to do that sometime. I think I'm gonna be able to do that. Maybe I can do that around the release of the reissue of Redemption or something.
Yeah, that would be.
I'll take that into consideration, definitely.
Yeah, that would be cool to actually do that, like to actually play, do like little live session type of thing.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, that's
and by the looks of it, there's Sebastian and Aaron actually said yes, that would be a great idea.
Yeah.
So they would like to see it.
Really cool. Thank you. Yeah, definitely a great idea. I would be considering that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Doug said, let's put that together, El. Could you host this? Yes, I could. Yes, I can.
Awesome.
And I will. Obviously, we've got to do all the logistics. We've got to do all the logistics about it, with it. So,
the logistics.
If Thomas is up for it, I'm up for it.
I'm up for doing that.
Yeah, if Thomas is up for it, oh, cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah,
let's do this. Yeah. So, so what's in the future for Thomas Carlsen?
Like I said, there's a brand new track on the reissued EP, and as well there's a new full-length album coming. I think later this year. In the distant future, who knows? I'm excited to see where Transmission takes me, and what this record deal can do for my music. It's really exciting. Yeah. It's exciting to be a part of this and to be a part of RFL Records.
Yeah, cool. So, where can people find you on social media?
They can find me on Facebook, Instagram. You can find me on Bandcamp. That's basically it. I think Facebook and Instagram is the best way to connect with me, because I post a lot of updates there. Mostly Facebook, mostly. So every time I'm doing something, I'll be posting it on there, sharing stuff as well. Like I was sharing this live stream. So yeah, Facebook definitely is the best way. It's facebook.com/transmissionmetal. That's my Facebook. So go ahead and give it a follow, and like and thumbs up the stuff that I post, and you will have it in your feed as well.
Cool. So, is there any merchandise that you got or you thinking about
Yes,
getting? Cool.
here you go. Here's the redemption shirt. Among other things, I have a lot of merch actually. I have a merch shop on spreadshop.com, and you can find that in my link tree / transmission metal, and you find the links to everything. I have several different designs, including this one. This is just a sticker, but this is like a 80s style chromized logo.
Cool. Cool.
And I have that on shirts as well. So yeah, there's a bunch of merch, but I really like this shirt. It shows the album cover and stuff, which is
Cool.
great. So if you're interested in getting that stuff, go over to my link tree and find the link to my spread shop.
Cool. Cool. So, unless anybody's got any more questions for Thomas, so let us know in the chat what if you got any more questions, guys, and we'll get around to asking them. So, this is probably going to be the last question from me. Any advice for people who want to become a musician?
Oh, first of all, record everything you come up with, everything, because you're gonna forget it sooner than you know. So if you come up with a riff, a melody, a lyric, record it, write it down immediately, or you're gonna forget it. Because that's what I did with my music. When I come up with a riff, I recorded it on my phone, and I saved it so I could compile it into finished tracks later. That's what I've done with my music, and I still do. So record everything, or you're gonna forget it. And if you want to do music, you gotta have the confidence to expose your music to the public, which can be daunting, with social media and stuff. And I'll admit, I was hesitant when I was releasing my EP. I was like, I'm not gonna do this. It's not good enough. Okay, let's just do it anyway. I just followed my dream. I guess, and I did it, and I haven't regretted it since. So basically, if you're thinking of doing it, just do it. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah. Yeah. So good. Sound advice. Sound advice. Right, we've got another question.
It's not like I'm an authority on becoming a musician, because I'm completely new in this game as well. But that's the best advice I can come up with right now, being a young artist.
Yeah. So, Aaron has come up with another question.
Yeah.
He says, what was it like when RFL contacted you?
Oh, that's a great question. Actually, it started out with RFL starting to follow me on Instagram. That's what happened first. I saw that RFL started following me, and I was like, "Is this a real record company?" So I had to check it out. I found their website, and I was like, "Wow, why did they start following me? Had they heard my stuff?" So I sent them an email. I sent an email to John, the CEO, and when they replied to me, like two weeks later, he was like, "Oh, this actually ended in my spam folder, but I've listened to your music and we want to talk to you." And I was like, "Whoa, for real? You want to talk to me? That's awesome!" Because I've been trying to get in touch with some record companies myself before they started following me, and I've been rejected by most of them. So when they were interested in talking to me, I was like, "Oh yeah, let's do this." So me and John, the CEO of RFL, we talked for like 2 hours on Zoom. It was a great call. He's a great guy, really passionate guy. And by the end of it, he said they want to offer me a deal. So that was. I've been euphoric ever since. I still can't believe it, but it's real. It's happening, and I couldn't be happier. I mean, this is every rocker's dream. So I'm just gonna deliver the goods. Gonna be passionate. Gonna gonna do it the way I did it on the EP. Just have confidence in my music, and hopefully people like it.
Yeah. Well, I've listened to the EP, the 5-track EP, and yeah, it's absolutely a brilliant EP. So if you want to listen to the EP, the Redemption EP, you know where to get it from. It's, Thomas has got some, and yeah, and the new.
Yes, I do have the physical copies, and it's only in a compact disc. And I do. It's also available for streaming everywhere. Spotify, Tidal. It's on YouTube. It's everywhere. So if you want to listen to it, you should be able to.
Yeah, and the reissue is coming out on May 13th.
Yes.
With the bonus, brand new bonus track. So
yes,
keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, I really appreciate you listening to the music. Sincerely, I do. I really appreciate it.
I've played the EP on my radio show as well, like so, and there's been a lot of positive feedback from that. A lot of positive feedback.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and Aaron, I said that's awesome about the question. And our good friend Dangerous Doug, I said, we're so happy for you, happy to have you with us.
Thank you, Doug. I'm happy to be working with you. It's awesome. Really liking it so far.
Yeah, and Aaron has also said, still in awe of how far you've come.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, Aaron has known me since like kindergarten, so
yeah,
he knows that I've been passionate about heavy music since I was a little kid. So he should be. He knows what he's talking about. Let me tell you.
He also says, I got a physical copy, but knowing there's a nice case with the re-release, I'm excited about getting that too.
I really appreciate that. Yeah, there's a jewel case, a proper jewel case, because the first press is in like a cardboard folder, and the reissue is in a jewel case with a booklet, 4-page booklet, with the lyrics, and also a page with like notes from me, where I talk a little bit about the release and stuff. So it's a much better product than what I produced myself, and it's gonna be available all over. So I'm so excited. You have no idea. I can't wait to hold it in my hands.
I can tell you, you're getting excited about this new release coming up. And Doug has said, pre-order links coming soon. So keep an eye out for those links on Thomas's Facebook page. He will no doubt and on RFL. So keep an eye out for that, and you will get your hands on that new reissue. So keep an eye out for those links. So well, unless anybody's got any more questions, I think that might be about it from us. So, Thomas, thank you so much for coming on and sharing what you do within the band Transmission. So, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, and it was a lot of fun talking to you. Let's do it again.
Oh yes, most definitely, especially when we're going to be doing that live stream with doing like the stripped down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that. So, definitely, let's do that.
And no doubt I'll be having you back on when you get that new album ready when it's already finished?
Yes, it should be later this year, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, let's finish and yeah. So again, thank you so much for coming on. It's been absolute fun talking to you. It's been absolute fun.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.